That dream again. It's been a while. You're Gardevoir. Yes, Gardevoir. There's so much I want to ask you. Why do you appear in my dreams? As an agent of spirits, I must watch over you, because that is my role now. An agent of spirits? Yes. I fell under the curse of Ninetales in place of a trainer, and became a presence without a physical form like this. You mean the human that was in that legend? It's awful your trainer would abandon you and run away. Yes, my trainer was a terrible person. Mean and conniving, my trainer wasn't a nice person, truly. But I don't hate my trainer. You don't hate them? Why not? Well, I wonder why myself. I don't quite understand. My trainer did some terrible things, but somehow I just can't bring myself to feel hatred. My trainer definitely had some quirks, but there were good qualities too. And when it happened, I was desperate. When it happened, you mean the curse. Yes. I protected my trainer from Ninetales' curse with my entire being. If the trainer is facing danger, it is our duty to protect that trainer with our lives. We Gardevoir are that way. I kept my trainer safe. That alone was enough to make me happy. Protect the trainer, even at the risk of your own life. It's amazing what Gardevoir did. Oh, I must mention, I don't mind the form I've taken. I live on this way with a pride in the role that I've been given. Yeah, all things have a role. They all serve a purpose. Just as I have my own role to play, you too have a role to fill. You have come here to perform a certain role, and for that role, you became a Pokemon. What are you saying? An earthquake? No, wait! I have to know more! There was an earthquake, wasn't there? I think I had that dream again. And I spoke with Gardevoir. She said something important. That's it! She did say something! Flashback! Gardevoir knows. She knows why I became a Pokemon. She also said something about a role. What did she mean by that? Hey there guys, CrossFlux here, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Red Rescue Team. In the last episode, we did some few rescue jobs, as well as clear out a few of the training dojo missions. In today's episode, perhaps we'll find out more about what our role is exactly. Good morning, Skipper. What's the matter? Something wrong? Oh, I get it. That earthquake earlier. You're worried about the same thing I am. I should have guessed. Alakazam's team hasn't come back yet. They say that Groudon's powerful. That has me a little worried. But Alakazam's team is tough too. They should be fine. Anyway, we agreed to let Alakazam deal with Groudon. We don't really have a choice, so we have to wait for them to come back. We have to do what we can do for our part. So, let's do our best with the rescue team. Indeed, Lizzie. Just doing what we can. So I'm going to clean out my mailbox here for just a second and go ahead and get started with my daily duties. I'm Wynot, and this is Wobbuffet. We have a notice on the bulletin board outside the Pelipper post office. Wobbuffet. Please look at it for me. Please, please. Wobbuffet! Please help me. I have to go now. Wobbuffet! What was that all about? Exactly what I was thinking there, Lizzie. That little Pokemon. Did the boy say he was Wynot? I think he wanted us to look at the bulletin board. Maybe Wynot and his friend have a problem on their hands. so they may have a help wanted notice on the bulletin board. I wonder what we're supposed to do. Only one thing to do, check the bulletin board. Well, why not? Oh, I'm so funny. Not really. But that's exactly what we're supposed to do to progress the story. So we're looking for a specific mission in particular, and that is the Punish Bad Mankey. If you notice, it says the dungeon is the Uproar Forest, but we've never been there before. But we'll take it anyways. So, there's a job post on the bulletin board that said, Punish Bad Mankey. Did Choo-Choo put up that job? Yup. Wobbuffet! A bad Mankey gang is going wild in our forest. Everyone's upset. Wobbuffet. We don't know why they rampage around, but they're always angry and attack anyone they see. Wobbuffet! That is a problem. Skipper, we should go. Thank you. We're counting on you. Wobbuffet! The place where the Mankey gang is wreaking havoc on others, the Uproar Forest is now open for exploration. So, before we tackle the Uproar Forest itself, I say we talk to some of the townsfolk, since we haven't really done that in a while.
Son,
doesn't it feel good looking out over the sea?
I really like the sea.
Yes, Papa.
The sea is nice.
Papa,
calming,
how do you swim in the sea?
relaxing.
Well, son, the three of us cooperate and...
Guys, stop. I feel sick.
And that's sort of how we swim.
I think that's how they
What do you take us for? Okay, Papa, you're so special. Man, I love those guys. I just can't get over it. But I'm not going to be talking to everybody in this episode, just a few particular NPCs. Ugh, I can't relax. My whiskers, they tell me of coming earthquakes, and many quakes are indeed coming. That's right, Wishcash apparently has the ability to detect earthquakes with its whiskers.
I hardened when the quake hit. I couldn't take a step. I was just shaking inside my shell. Ugh, thinking about it's scary.
That earthquake really frightened me. I was so scared I spat silk all over the place. It was a mess for everyone. Poor kids. It would be pretty scary if you think about it. What's that? Is Alakazam's team returned? I'm not sure. I haven't seen them around the square. I don't think they've come back. Sure it's taken them a while, but I'm sure stopping Groudon's no easy feat. So I'm going to go ahead and prepare my inventory and grab the right team member for the job before I head out. Alright guys, I'm back from preparations. To take a look at my team, I decided to bring Grim along with us because, well, I used Tesla in the last episode, but that's not the only reason. The Uproar Forest here can actually have a pretty devastating ground move come into play, and seeing as how Tesla is doubly weak to ground, I figured, why not risk it? So, no intro cutscene or anything to the Uproar Forest like we're kind of used to. Basically, we're just thrown straight in. Actually, I'm introduced to something fairly interesting there. If you noticed on the message log here, let me go and extend that. We see that someone actually picked up an Ice Beam. Hopefully it's this Venonat here, because that would be a nice TM to obtain. I would definitely use that on Skipper right away. Okay, so it's not that Venonat, but you can definitely count on me hanging around on this floor until I find that thing. Alright, so basically, the Uproar Forest itself only has a few common items in it. Grass and green gummies are so plentiful here that if you have a grass type partner, I recommend actually just hanging around, going through it a couple times just to build up your IQ really easily. Oh my goodness, did you see that? An Earthquake TM too? This is my lucky day, I'll tell you what. So, I guess something else I should mention about it is it's a monster house. Okay, this is the very first time in the entire game where we actually see monster houses. I figured something was up since there are so many interesting TMs in this dungeon. Basically, a monster house will appear in a giant open room such as this one here. Ooh, level up. And basically, monsters will appear from the sky as soon as you step foot into one. They usually only happen in rooms that have lots of really good items in them, such as the one that we're in currently, since there are 2 TMs to be found here. So, the interesting thing about monster houses is They're usually a cakewalk if you have a nice AoE attack, such as Earthquake or Heat Wave or Discharge, stuff along those lines. If you don't have group attacks like that, I recommend just plowing through in a straight line to try and pull your partners in to assist you as quickly as you can. It's easy to get surrounded in monster houses, and so that's probably the biggest threat about monster houses. But if you work together as a team and make sure to stay healthy, seeing as how you can take a lot of damage in one turn, then they're usually not too bad. So as I mentioned, the Uproar Forest here is the first dungeon that can have monster houses in them. As a result, the dungeon is going to be a little easy on you about that, because if you notice here, these Venonat and Seedots are not very difficult to take down at all. And I think that's the game's way of introducing you to the concept of monster houses without being absolutely brutal about it. So that's probably the biggest new mechanic that the Uproar Forest brings to the table. Blast Seed, and not that important. But, so in addition to gummies and a couple rare TMs usually found in monster houses, there's not too many cool items in this dungeon. And as I just mentioned before, the monsters in this place actually aren't that threatening either. What's also interesting about the Uproar Forest is the really weird weather. This would be a terrible place to live in. One day it's sunny, another day it's cloudy, another day it's hailing, and another day there's a sandstorm. So you really have no idea what to expect in this dungeon, so I definitely recommend bringing a large assortment of status curing berries. Bring a couple cherry berries, a couple petch berries, maybe even a Rost berry, just because you have no idea what kind of stuff you're going to encounter in this place. But the upside to the Uproar Forest is it's only 10 floors long, so it's a bit shorter than what we've been starting to get used to. So in that sense, it shouldn't be that bad. It shouldn't test your endurance or anything like that. But guys, I think I've said all I really need to say about the Uproar Forest itself. So I'll meet you guys back on the 9th floor, which is the second to last floor, because there's one other thing I want to discuss about the dungeon once I get to that floor specifically. So I'll see you guys in just a few minutes. Alright guys, now that I'm on the 9th floor, I figure I'll go ahead and talk about what it is I need to talk about specifically on this floor. So, there's a unique item in the game that appears only on the 9th floor of the Uproar Forest, and that is the chestnut item. They're somewhat important for the storyline of the game, so that's the main reason why I bring them up. They're pretty rare though. You can usually only find one per visit to the Uproar Forest, but if you get a little lucky, you might be able to find two. Basically, you're going to want to collect as many as you can whenever you get the chance to, because you'll need a couple to get through the storyline. But I guess that's all I really need to say about this. I guess I'll go ahead and finish this floor here, since it won't take that long. Seems I've run out of tackles. One thing I should mention is, I can't remember if I talked about it or not, but off screen I ended up purchasing all of the friend areas that I can from the Wigglytuff Club using the money that I found from when we were fugitives. And so I should be recruiting more team members more and more frequently because of that. In fact, off screen I recruited a ladybug and named her Joe. But I'm not sure if we'll really be talking or using her too much, unless maybe later on we'll use her. Oh, what is it, you? We don't like to brag or nothing, but we get furious real easy, you know that? What really irritates us is when we see some dim-witted face. That vacant expression. Ooh, it's ticking me off. I'm seeing red. Okay, get 'em, it's frenzy time. Alright, so, boss fight, if you will, the Mankey gang here. There's 3 Mankeys, but they're just as powerful as the regular Mankeys that we fought on the way up here. So in other words, it's pretty easy. One more water gun should be all it takes. Just like that, they're down. Like we promised, we showed the Mankey gang they shouldn't monkey around. That a girl, Lizzie. You take after me so well. That should teach him not to be so wild. Everyone, thank you for everything. Really. Wobbuffet. Yes, we're filled with gratitude. This is our thanks. Thanks? This is a peeled chestnut? Yes, it's a peeled chestnut. You see, we, don't have any money. Wobbuffet. So we can only give you a chestnut as our reward. Are you unhappy? No, we're fine with this. Peeled chestnuts are delicious. I think they're great. A little money would have been nice. Yeah, well, isn't it all about helping the Pokemon? Hey, you! Uh-oh. The Mankey gang's back. But I think I'm going to have to call it here and wait to see what it is that they want in the next episode. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Hope you all have a blessed day, and I'll see you then.